You are in violation of HOA Rule 8.4. Final eviction proceedings begin now.
Final proceedings? That is a big phrase for someone wearing knockoff sunglasses.
Last chance, step aside.
Watch his hands.
Whoa, hey, my eyes!
Down.
Let go.
The moment I heard heavy boots click across my tile floor, I knew our quiet night had turned into something far more dangerous than an HOA dispute. We had only been in our new home a week when the first violation notice slipped under our door. Bold black letters declaring HOA Regulation 8.4 unauthorized plant display for a single lavender plant in a terracotta pot. I laughed it off. They're allergic to purple, I teased my wife Claire, a former Army Ranger turned Green Beret sniper. Our son Noah barely looked up from his video game. 2 days later, a second notice appeared, stapled to our gate with a grainy nighttime photo of that same lavender plant. Claire taped it to the fridge like a battlefield dispatch. "They are watching," she murmured. I still thought it was absurd until Linda, the neighborhood compliance officer, showed up unannounced with a clipboard and mirror lens sunglasses. "We are here to enforce final compliance," she announced. Claire looked her over slowly. "Let me know when the board sends someone taller than your clipboard." Linda narrowed her eyes and stalked off. That night, Claire held our first defense drill in the backyard. Noah wore a bike helmet and carried a garden rake. "This is ridiculous," he said. Claire passed him a foam noodle and demonstrated a textbook low crawl under the hedges. "This is not a war zone," Noah said. "Neither was Fallujah," Claire replied without blinking. 3 more warning letters arrived. A steep fine. Then a bright red final review sticker slapped directly on our front door. Then came the silence. The dog stopped barking. Streetlights flickered out, and I heard it. 3 pairs of boots, slow and deliberate, crossing the lawn. They did not knock. They did not ask. 3 men in tactical vests and unmarked badges fanned out across our porch. "You are in violation of HOA Rule 8.4, the lead one announced. "We are beginning final eviction proceedings." Claire stepped forward, arms loose at her sides, eyes locked onto theirs. "Final proceedings," she said. "That is a big phrase for someone wearing knockoff sunglasses. Drop a comment and tell me which country you are watching from." Claire whispered, "Watch his hands." Then the sprinklers erupted, but instead of water, fine white chalk shot skyward, blinding all 3 men instantly. Claire moved like a shadow. She disarmed the nearest man and zip-tied his hands behind his back in one motion. 2 more steps. 2 more zip ties. The last man dropped his radio, choking on chalk dust. Noah stood in the doorway staring. "Mom, we had not just repelled 3 men. We had been tested, probed, and with 3 zip-tied enforcers on our porch." Claire studied their gear like battlefield intelligence. We went into investigation mode immediately. Claire accessed the HOA portal and exposed shell company invoices for private security patrols and surveillance upgrades, unmarked drones mapping yards, bogus citations for visual inconsistency, Black Ops-style eviction readiness plans. "You see this ledger?" she said, leaning over the laptop. "They have been diverting community dues to a private security company that does not legally exist." By dawn, we had set up counter-surveillance, motion sensors on the porch, covert cameras inside garden gnomes. Noah rigged his toy drone camera inside the front yard bird bath. "This thing actually works," he grinned. On the 4th night, 6 SUVs, with no plates, formed a triangular formation on our street. Floodlights ignited the lawn. A deep voice from hidden speakers cracked the quiet. "Submit or evict." Claire strapped on her vest. I armed the garden hose chalk rig. Noah stood at the window, clutching his foam noodle, transformed from skeptical teenager into full tactical lookout. They advanced at 2:37 in the morning, not running, just marching. Claire triggered the chalk barrage. I hit the sprinklers. 2 operatives went down, tangled in a net trap across the porch. Noah drone bombed their command van and pulled the GPS antenna clean off the roof. Neighbors poured into the street, filming on phones. I stepped forward, holding Linda Crossman's own eviction notice. "Stop, you have no warrant." Claire stood beside me, rifle-slung voice completely calm. "This neighborhood belongs to its residents." By sunrise, the HOA tactical units had scattered trailing chalk dust and broken credibility. Leaked audit reports flooded social media showing Linda Crossman had embezzled HOA funds directly into her private accounts. The county prosecutor launched a full criminal inquiry. Local news crews swarmed our street. Linda Crossman digital channels collapsed under the weight of her own financial records. And at 2 in the morning, when those boots finally came back for the last time, they discovered that threatening a Green Beret sniper family was not just a bad plan. It was their last plan. Linda Crossman was charged with embezzlement, criminal fraud, and unlawful use of private security forces. Every cent stolen from the community was recovered. The lavender plant is still on our porch. Noah keeps it watered now. If this story hit different, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What would you have done in my place?